One of the super special elements of the HDSA convention is our organization's dedication to the youth and young adult community. NYAers in the house? Anybody? From the dedicated youth programming, which began at NYA Day on Thursday, through the amazing talent show last night, and their auction to support the NYA programs and scholarships, we consistently showcase and celebrate the strength of our next generation at this convention. And you have all been incredibly supportive of our youth and young adult programming and the NYA this year. Over the last few days, through your generosity at the talent show and their auction, the NYA raised $44,000. That's a lot of scholarships to Indianapolis. Congratulations and thank you all. For 16 conventions now, I've been blown away by the passion and wisdom of our youth. To showcase these qualities and their energy and Ohana, they've prepared a video for all of us. It's a little bit of a tradition. They've been working incredibly hard on this behind the scenes the last 3 days. So if you can imagine what you're about to watch has been put together just in the last 72 hours. So please take a moment, turn your eyes upward to the screen, and enjoy this year's NYA video.
For the beaten, the lost, the broke, the defeated. A song for the heartsick, for the standbys, living life in the shadow of a goodbye. Do you remember when we learned how to fly? We play make-believe, we were young and had time on our side. You're stuck on the ground, got lost, can't be found. Just remember that you're still alive. I'll carry you home. This is a call to the soldiers, the fighters, the young, the innocent and righteous. We've got a little room to grow, the better days are near. Hope is so much stronger than fear. So if you jump, kid, don't be scared to fall. We'll be kings and queens in this dream. All for one for all. You can light up the dark. There's a fire in your heart burning brighter than ever before. I'll carry you home. No, you're not alone. Keep marching on. This is worth fighting for. You know we've all got battle scars. You've had enough, but just don't give up. Stick to your guns. You are worth fighting for. You know we've all got battle scars. Keep marching on. broken record, hope is strong, but misery's a little quicker. Sit and we wait and we drown there, thinking why bother play when it's unfair. They say life's a waste, I say they lack belief. They tell me luck will travel, I tell them that's why I got feet. Left, right, moving along to the pulse of a heartbeat. This could be the last chance you have to fly. Do you like the ground? Wanted to pass you by? Man, you had it all when you were just a kid. Do you even remember who you were back then? What do you want in life? Will you be twice as strong? What would you sacrifice? What are you waiting on? Don't stop, march on. I'll carry you home. No, you're not alone. Keep marching on. This is worth fighting for. You know we've all got battle scars. You've had enough, but just don't give up. Stick to your guns. You are worth fighting for. You know we've all got battle scars. Keep marching on. Keep marching on.
So last year, Louise let me preview the video and I still ugly cried. Can't do it. Ugly cry. That was amazing. All right. Thank you all. That touched me in so many ways you have no idea. All right. Thank you, National Youth Alliance, and to all the young people who truly represent the future of the HG community that inspire and motivate us and me personally every day. Okay. And now we move to the fun part. I promise I'll get it together. We move into the awards portion of our evening, which is a celebration of amazing people. Each year we present awards as our way to paying tribute to the outstanding work of our volunteers and community leaders, including our youth leaders. Our awards recipients represent the finest from our community at large. They are our neighbors, our friends, and our local leaders and heroic volunteers who have spent countless hours in service to this community. HG... Thank you.
It's my fault.
It's your fault.
Because she asked me, she said, please don't have me talk after the NYA video. And I wrote the script.
All right. The first award of the evening is the HDSA Youth Award, which recognizes outstanding young adults or youth who are at risk, gene positive, or who have juvenile HD, are between the ages of 9 to 29, and who have, through their actions, raised awareness about HD, while also demonstrating leadership and a firm commitment to the HD community. We are pleased to present the Youth JHD Award this year to a young adult who has become involved with HDSA and the National Youth Alliance in 2022 and dove headfirst to help the community in any way they could. She works tirelessly to fundraise and advocate in any way possible, and her willingness to help at any level deserves this recognition. Between starting a new fundraiser, which got her chapter media coverage and valuable funding to help with local programs, and volunteering to be the chapter secretary, she is always there to help. She has spoken on several podcasts, tabled at events to raise awareness, and been active on social media about HD, its symptoms, and how it affects all people impacted, not just those who have been diagnosed with HD. At the 2023 HDSA Convention in New Orleans, this individual didn't have an official job, but she stepped in to offer her help to everyone who needed it, especially volunteering to support the youth programs. Jenna Woodward. All right, let me tell you a little about this wonderful lady. Jenna Woodward goes above and beyond for HD families every day, not because it's her responsibility and not for the recognition, but because she wants everyone in the HD community to feel welcomed and comfortable in her presence. For this generosity of spirit and her exceptional compassion for HD families, we are pleased to present this 2024 HDSA Youth Award to Jenna Woodward.
Occasionally, we have an excess of excellence in a category that we feel compelled to recognize. This year, there were multiple outstanding nominations for the HDSA Youth and Juvenile HD Award, and it was impossible to honor just one leader in the young adult community for their demonstrated leadership and commitment to the HD community. So it's my pleasure to celebrate another exceptional young woman. This individual started getting more involved with HDSA after attending an HDYO camp back in 2017. This introduction to a supportive community prompted her to get more involved in her local HDSA chapter and the NYA. In 2018, she became her chapter's president and took over running the local Team Hope event. She started attending NYA retreats, and in 2020, she joined the board of the NYA. Of course, 2020 was a challenging year for us all, but for this honoree, it was especially challenging, as she was the primary caregiver for her father and her mother as he progressed and lived with HD, and her mother battled multiple bouts of cancer. Her father passed away in 2023. Through it all, Katie Schroeder remained involved in HDSA. But wait, there's more. Through it all, Katie Schroeder remained involved in HDSA and the National Youth Alliance, doing her best to support the Minnesota HDSA chapter, as well as the NYA's national outreach of support and programming. In recognition of her strength and dedication to HD families everywhere, we are so very proud to present this 2024 HDSA Youth Award to Katie Schroeder. Do you have it? Great. Okay.
Our next award is the HDSA Excellence in Care Award, which celebrates a healthcare professional or team of professionals who personally exemplify care through their compassion, devotion to our families, and commitment to our cause. This honoree began her career of service to HD families when she began working at an HDA Center of Excellence as their social worker 10 years ago in March of 2014. While there, she quickly established herself as a valuable member of the team and indispensable resource to families. During the past 10 years of serving the HD community, she has continuously given her all. Whether it is to her clients she serves or her colleagues she mentors and works alongside, she has always been enthusiastic about educating the HD community and professionals while providing a level of care above and beyond. This individual is passionate beyond measure and has a heart for serving those living with HD. She facilitates a number of support groups each month, meets with families in person when able, and walks alongside them to try her best to address barriers for safety and care and to meet their needs. Whether someone living with HD is currently homeless, in a legal predicament, or just needing to connect with the HD community, Susan Reynolds walks alongside them. Recently, when Susan retired from her role at the HDSA Center of Excellence at the University of Washington, she and her husband moved to Southern California, but relocation just meant an opportunity to support new families. She now continues to serve families impacted by HD as both the HDSA San Diego and Orange County chapter social worker. Her work is so powerful that even at an event a few weeks ago in Illinois, a local family member approached us about Susan's above and beyond approach with their loved one in San Diego. Thank you, Susan, for your heartfelt dedication and care you have provided and continue to provide to those living with HD and their families. We are pleased to present the 2024 HDSA Excellence in Care Award to Susan Reynolds. We'll make sure she gets the award. Thank you all.
The Woody Guthrie Award is given to honor an individual who has given his or her voice in the fight against HD and who, through their social activism and awareness efforts, has made a difference. Woody Guthrie spent his entire life giving his voice in the fight against social injustice, inequity, and the economic disparities that disenfranchised millions of Americans during the Depression and in the years following World War I. Woody visited big cities and small towns, carrying his message to every American. He believed in using his voice to affect change, and so too has tonight's honoree. More than 15 years ago, our honoree became involved with HDSA to support a dear friend with her HD diagnosis. As her friend lived with HD and ultimately passed from HD several years ago, this individual became increasingly vocal about raising awareness for HD, as well as how to make a positive impact and improve the lives of everyone living with HD. She's been involved in HDSA chapters wherever she's lived, and she supported local Team Hope walks, but it is her advocacy work where she found her passion and her power. Passage of the HD Parity Act became her priority, and since 2010, she's attended multiple advocacy days on Capitol Hill and spoken with countless elected officials to educate them about HD. She does not miss an opportunity to speak in Washington, D.C., or an HDSA convention to gather with the HD community to continue to learn. She even mentions HDSA in her annual holiday card. It is simply impossible to imagine HDSA's advocacy work without Tracy Toscano. Driven by her deep friendship for Jody Baumgarten, Tracy has embraced the HD community as her cause and her family's cause. And she raised awareness of HD every day through her conversations, her actions, and her partnership walking this journey with countless friends that she's made along the way. For her dedication to the HD community, her friendship to me, and for her commitment to speak out at every opportunity, we are pleased to award the 2024 Woody Guthrie Award to Tracy Toscano.
The Marjorie Guthrie Award is given in honor of our founder and recognizes an individual for compassionate leadership and commitment to improving the lives of all persons living with HD. The individual who receives this honor is unique. This individual contributed significantly to HDSA's mission while exemplifying the determination, commitment, and vision of Marjorie Guthrie to do something about HD. Tonight, we are pleased to recognize a volunteer who is truly a force of nature in her passion and commitment to the HD community. As president of the HDSA chapter in her state, she has brought an innovative approach to raising awareness of HD families and growing the fundraising for her HD community. She is generous with her time to ensure that she is making a difference by finding new sources of sponsorship for our cause, raising awareness through education and media, and advocating for her local HDSA Center of Excellence. Her ideas, influence, and support of the chapter board members and committee chairs has resulted in the chapter exceeding its financial goals under her leadership, bringing more resources to those in her community. Lisa Hubbard. Lisa Hubbard is a selfless advocate for the HDSA Iowa chapter and all of the families it supports and services. She works tirelessly, but without ego or fanfare, as it is evident that participants at chapter events are often unaware of Lisa's strong leadership and profound impact. For her dedication to our families and to the HD community, we are pleased to award the 2024 Marjorie Guthrie Award to Lisa Hubbard.
Our final award today recognizes an individual who inspires each of us to be more than we are. To believe that Huntington's disease need not stop us from doing what we love and what means the most to us. The HDSA Person of the Year is an advocate, a voice for HD, and a leader who inspires others who are affected by HD. Our honoree this year is no less exceptional. She was a founding member of the NYA in 2000. At that time, the Huntington's Disease Society of America did not have any specific sessions or programs for youth and young adults. Recognizing the large number of young attendees at the convention, she and a few friends initiated a small support group meeting in the hallway of the Orlando Convention Hotel. The following year, their efforts led to the inclusion of the very first NYA support group in the official convention program, complete with a proper meeting room. As the group continued to grow, it became evident that youth and young adults required more focused attention. They deserved it. This realization led to the establishment of a real NYA Day, a full dedicated day to programming for this demographic, which was inaugurated in 2007. Since then, youth and young adult programming has become an integral part at the HDSA convention, as you know. Our honoree's leadership of the youth and young adult community was so important that she served a term on the National HDSA Board of Trustees, a position she held when I joined the society in 2009. Then and there, she worked to ensure that youth services were integrated into HDSA's very first strategic plan, permanently changing HDSA for the better. Her unwavering commitment has significantly shaped HDSA's approach, ensuring that youth and young adults have the resources, support, and community they need to navigate the challenges of Huntington's disease. Through all of this, Kathy Collier-Harrell With Kathy's characteristic wit, if you attended the NYA talent show last night, you know she has a deep affection for Dr. Pepper. With her wit and strength and her husband Curtis by her side and the love of her family, Kathy has continued to dedicate her life to advocating for the needs of young people, even as living with Huntington's disease has become more challenging. For her courage and her determination and the legacy of help and hope that she has brought to this organization. She is our Person of the Year.
Pinkies up!
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you.
All right, we have one more thing to do, people. Everybody ready? Now it's time for our annual candle lighting. This ceremony began 20 years ago, and it represents the hopes and dreams of all of us gathered here tonight. The flame of hope is the symbol we use to recognize our volunteers and our leaders for their contributions each year. It is the ever-constant reminder of what was, what is, and what can be. The flame of hope never dies. It is never extinguished. This flame burns brightly in each of us. As we light our candles this evening, we remember that the kindness, strength, humor, and time that we give to one another matters deeply to someone in need. Each of us has the power to take a moment and make it memorable for another. Now I'd like to ask the candle lighters, you know who you are, to come up and form a semicircle right here in front of the stage. If you have been tapped on the shoulder and by me and know that you're a candle lighter, please come forward. While they're getting organized, so candle lighters, you know how it's going to work, but we're going to do a quick refresher. As we call your name, you're going to take a candle from that table in front of you. You're going to flick the little switch because real flames are dangerous. You're going to light it and then return to your place in the semicircle. For those seated at the tables who've been really good and haven't broken their light sticks, there are 12 candles that we're going to light tonight and 12 candle lighters. So what you want to do is look at the number on your table. You may have noticed that there are multiple 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s right down the line. When the number is called and the candle lighter lights their candle, you're going to activate your glow stick and hold it high. Trust me, if it's your first time, you'll follow along.
And keep them held high. HDSA embodies Marjorie Guthrie's vision of help for today and hope for tomorrow. Each of us plays a vital part in keeping that vision alive. Marjorie devoted her life after Woody's death to ensuring that those affected by Huntington's disease had dignity, that they were seen first as a person and then a person with the disease. Marjorie gave HD families hope, and it is from her steadfast belief that something could be done that our flame of hope was born. We have gathered to celebrate the very special people who live among us, those who strive to make a difference each day. They are our neighbors, our friends, and our family members. They are the bonds that hold our community together. They are what makes us different from other disease organizations. They are quite simply our heroes.
But sadly, some of our heroes are no longer with us. Whether their struggle was long or short, they've lost their fight against Huntington's disease. We are deeply saddened by their loss, but we cherish their memory as they live on in our hearts. We ask Pat Bohannon to light our first candle in memory of those who are no longer with us, the beloved parents, spouses, partners, children, other family, and dear friends who have lost in the fight against HD. If you are seated at tables with the number 1, please light your candle now. Know that our loved ones are never truly gone. They live on in our hearts forever. Our next candle is lit by Dr. Chris Kay for all of our researchers who are dedicated to improving the lives of those living with HD. We thank you for your caring and dedication to our families. If you are seated at tables with the number 2, please light your candles. Our next candle is lit by Jeffrey Stromberg for our caregivers. You are asked to do so much. You care not only for your loved one, but for your family and your community. Your strength and commitment in the face of so many challenges amazes us. If you are seated at the tables with the number 3, please light your candles. We invite Molly Bartleson to light a candle to honor our clinicians and the HDSA Centers of Excellence who comfort and care for our beloved family members as they face the many challenges of HD. If you are seated at tables marked with the number 4, please light your candle. We thank you for finding new ways to keep us connected and safe. Know that your dedication continues to touch our hearts.
We ask Paul Ware to light this next candle for our HD community, for our friends and family who support us every day. You make each day a little better with your smile and kind words. Your generous spirit knows no bounds. Let us all take a moment to recognize the strengths that our community brings us. If you are seated at tables marked with the number 5, please light your candles now.
We're pleased to have Brianne Heimbeck light our next candle for all of our social workers. There are days when your calm voice and kind words are the only things that keep us going. Know how much you are appreciated. Those at tables marked with the number 6, please light your candles.
Our next candle, lit by Serena Smith, honors our youth and young adults. You are our future, and we welcome how you have given your voice in our fight against HD. Your fearlessness has brought awareness to your communities. Tables marked with the number 7, please light your candles now.
Our 8th candle is lit today for all of those living with Huntington's disease. We ask Melissa Jang to light a candle to symbolize the hope and strength you show the world every day. If you are seated at tables marked with the number 8, please light your candle and hold it high.
This candle is lit for all the children and young adults affected by juvenile HD, as well as their parents. Your journey may be hard, and at times you may feel alone, but know that you are part of a greater HD community, and we are here for you. We ask Emma Burris to light our next candle in honor of her granddaughter, Allison, who lost her battle with HD recently. If you are seated at a table marked with the number 9, please light your candle now.
Our 10th candle is lit by Kim Landowy. Care may wear many different faces and can be offered in so many different ways. Sometimes it's given by a family member or friend. Other times it's offered by doctors, nurses, social workers, and other staff who take a moment to make that connection. To those who wear the face of caregiver, know that you are our warriors and our heroes. If you are seated at a table with the number 10, please light your candle now.
I light this next candle on behalf of the HDSA Board of Trustees. We are energized by the determination we see in our HD family members. You keep the society vital and alive, and we are humbled by your commitment to keep the flame of hope burning brightly. If you are seated at a table with the number 11, please light your candle now.
Our final candle is lit for all of us here today. The steadfastness of the HD community is reflected in the constancy of the flame of hope. It never wavers. It is never extinguished. Let us never forget why we are here or those we have lost. But let us also take a moment to celebrate and light this final candle knowing that together we are stronger than any one person. If you are seated at a table with the number 12, please light your candle now. Our candles symbolize the flame of hope that Marjorie Guthrie first lit with HD families almost 57 years ago. That flame burns brightly in each of us. It can never be dimmed as long as we believe in ourselves and in our mission.
The flame of hope will continue to light our way every day. Let's take a moment to hold our candles high as we light this room with our lights and our hopes.
Thank you, everyone. As I close this convention and get ready to close my amazing chapter with HDSA, always remember, whether we are together in one room in one city as we are tonight, or scattered across the country, the HD community remains one. One community, one mission, one vision, a world free of Huntington's disease. Now let's close this convention and get on our feet as we play our signature song, We Are Family. Thank you, everyone.